What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Geordie, and welcome back to F1 23 driver career mode for the Austrian Grand Prix. And if you missed last episode, we were live and we did both the Spanish and Canadian Grand Prix. Started to slip down a little bit. Our two worst results of the season, a P6 in Spain, which matched our P6 in Jeddah, and a P8 in Canada, which didn't feel good at all, and we were getting overtaken left, right and centre towards the end of the race. And Ferrari, wow. I mean, both drivers are starting to show dominance at the top of the standings now, with Carlos Sainz finishing P2 in the Spanish Grand Prix. Sergio Perez P1 in Red Bull, however, which is great, but Sainz completely dominated the Canadian Grand Prix in the second stint. So yeah, Verstappen's got a bit of a fight ahead of him. Of course, he is still well and truly in the fight, but of course, after that DNF in Baku, he's got to really hope that Ferrari start getting really inconsistent and he, you know, does really good, or either of those Ferrari boys have a DNF, mainly Leclerc. So yeah, a lot of work for Verstappen and Ferrari. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that goes in the fight. Of course, Perez is still there. We are technically still there. We could fight for the title, technically. I don't think we're going to, though. It's just not going to happen, especially since we've fallen in the last two races. So last episode was not a very good one for us in terms of our overall pace. A P6 in Spain, which matched our worst result in Jeddah, and a P8 in Canada, where towards the end of the race we were being overtaken left, right and centre. I think we were actually fighting for a P4 or even a P3 at one point. So yeah, not looking good at all. But the next one is the Austrian Grand Prix. We're applying some new parts going into this new Grand Prix. Well, one new part, and that is the energy store. Let me move my camera over to the middle here. So yeah, it was at 63%, so we're replacing it. And then we've got the other ones here that we could replace pretty soon. The gearbox might need replacing very, very soon, of course. It is a sprint weekend, of course, so I'm not sure how things are going to be looking. It could end up really, really bad by the time we get into the full race. Who knows? And then we've got the British Grand Prix after that, which I don't think we're going to do this episode because I want to play some Epic Mickey tonight since that game just came out. I took a little bit of a break yesterday because I wasn't really feeling up to streaming. So yeah, this is just going to be the one Grand Prix episode today. So might we put a new gearbox in? I don't know, because we're not even halfway through the season yet and I don't want to be using all my gearboxes. However, it's only going to take about 30 laps to get back to that 70% threshold for the gearbox. So I'm not really sure if I want to take the risk. So you know what, we're actually going to apply the new component. If it means we take a penalty later on in the season, so be it. Maybe later on in the season we could also take the penalties purposefully. Who knows, we'll see. But in terms of everything else, it looks fine. The turbocharger we might need to keep an eye on. The MGU-H, definitely going to be taking a penalty on that very soon. Same with the ICE as well. So things are not looking good in terms of vehicle components for us. So yeah, that's definitely something to watch out for. But we have a few new parts coming in. The stators, the rear wing upper flap, and the MGU is getting a complete overhaul in terms of improved materials. And then we've got the monocoque structure, which I'm pretty sure is guaranteed since that failed before. So here we go. Let's advance the calendar. Stators come in for the powertrain. The rear wing upper flap for the aero is great. That's in. Both MGU parts and everything has come in.
Some of them have failed quality control.
None of them failed, bro.
Team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
Nothing failed. Absolutely nothing failed. Bro is talking about thin air. So let's see what parts we can put on now. Quite a few parts, to be honest. We're going to be quite... Wow. We are well ahead in terms of the powertrain. That is insane. Wowza. And that's going to do us big favours, especially in this upcoming Grand Prix. So, yeah, after the last couple of Grand Prix where we've kind of fallen a little bit, This could be a breath of fresh air, and I'm quite curious to see how Albon will do. So yeah, whatever. Without further ado, let's get into the Austrian Grand Prix. I'll give it a second first. Let me see if we're even live. Sometimes we get a really annoying bug where it just doesn't go live at all. If we're even live. Okay, we're good. Right, put that there, and let's go. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I know I did say earlier that we could be doing Epic Mickey after just one Grand Prix. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how long the Austrian Grand Prix actually takes, because we're only doing FP1, then qualifying, and then we've got 2 straight races after that, and then seeing how I feel after that, we'll see. And depending on what the time is as well. Right now it's about 9:30, so we'll just see what goes on. Right. Oh yeah, the MGU parts did fail last episode, but they've come in now, obviously, since we redid them. Sprint has a little bit of a chance of rain, but other than that, literally nothing to worry about whatsoever. In terms of vehicle performance, look at that. We have shot right up the standings right there, right up to Aston Martin, the top 5. So Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, we are right up there now, getting further and further away from Haas, AlphaTauri, Alpine, and Alfa Romeo. So quite frankly, Albon has zero excuse to still be low in the standings at this point. He shouldn't be equal on points with Gasly and Tsunoda. Bro needs to be getting some points now. So, yeah, let's see what happens. You'll never know what happens. I'm pretty sure he could actually really compete with Alonso in the Aston Martin now. Again, we'll have to see what happens. So, yeah, 2 new parts coming in. Let's jump into FP1. We've got race strategy and track acclimatization to do. So, yeah, let's get to it. I also need to get a setup down as well. So we've got the 1 practice session and then the sprint. Let's go. Man, I miss when we had the proper intros for the practice sessions and the qualifying. I mean, F124 has them, but I'm talking in terms of how the older F1 games did it, where you know, they had the full-blown commentary.
About the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car. Okay, with any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement. So go and give them a try.
That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most when we actually go back to games like F1 2016 and 2017, 2018 later on this year. Once we've done about 3 seasons of this. I'm aiming for 2 seasons of this. We'll see what happens by the end of Season 2. If I've won the Drivers' Championship by the end of Season 2, we'll end this series, and then we'll move on and do some older F1 content for sure. I'm really looking forward to playing 2016 for numerous reasons. So yeah, I'm just putting in the Austria setup that we had in the last generation version of F1 23, and then we should be able to get going. But yeah, 3 viewers watching. What's up, guys? We'll be doing 2 streams tonight. We've got this one, and then we're going to continue the Epic Mickey Let's Play after that. So, yeah. I also need to find some time to finish up Secret Agent Clank at some point, but I doubt I'm going to have any time to finish Secret Agent Clank until after I've finished Epic Mickey, so we'll see. And it really depends how quickly we finish Epic Mickey, because when we go into October, we'll be doing our Let's Play of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, so yeah, I'll be a little pressed for time. Not to mention this series as well that we're doing, but, you know, shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Boom. Alright then. So, really confident about this track because yeah, we've just had those mega powertrain upgrades that have put us far ahead of the rest of the pack. It's really a repeat of our F124 season.
So take it easy for the first couple of laps.
The one season that we did on F124 where we just shot out ahead of everybody in terms of the powertrain, and it really helped us. We had the most powerful engine for quite a few races, and yeah, bagged us a load of points. So let's see how the same predicament happens here in F123. Of course, this game is a bit harder than F124 in a way, because we still haven't got our first win just yet. So yeah, but maybe we'll get our first win in this one. Who knows? But I'm just moving the camera display. Here we go then. So we're going to do some track acclimatization on the hards. This track looks drastically different to me. I don't know what it is. It might just be the lighting, but it looks really weird to look at. Particularly the pavement. I don't know. Does it look this different compared to last gen? Crazy. Yeah, it's good to see our energy storage back at 100%. It's always good to see. I really do enjoy playing this game, man. Like, I will die on the hill that F123 is one of the best F1 games we've had. Just in terms of the gameplay, like, I'm not talking in terms of content given, the menus and stuff, whatever, like, just the driving, the racing, I think it's one of the best in the series. For me, personally, it's my favourite. I haven't played that many though, so, you know, we could play F1 2016 and
approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation
later on this year, along with 2017 and 18, and they could blow this game out of the water, who knows, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Seeing as though I jumped from 2020 to this game, a lot of people see 2020 as the greatest. And I thought this was way better than 2020 in terms of the handling anyway. Handling feels really, really good though. Alright, nailed that. First attempt. Oh, actually no I didn't. Apparently I got the first part wrong. I don't know how that happened. Oh well. There we go. And we'll do one more lap on the hards.
Well done.
One more lap on the hards and then switch over to the mediums for race strategy. People watching, what's up? Alright, that's a decent lap. Only a 10th down, and that's because of the mistake I made on the first corner. Let's use some of this energy and
Understood. Stopping this lap.
That pit entry's not too bad. Alright. Don't think Albon's set a lap yet. Nope. Don't even think he's out. No. Okay. Right then. So, let's go out and do our race strategy. And then we'll do fuel management in a quick practice for FP2. Let's go! And after this, it's straight to qualifying. The old sprint format was so
weird.
weird.
A few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
Here we go. Here's Bottas in the Alfa Romeo. And he's going to be in my way in this program. Pretty clean overtake, to be honest. Not bad at all. Still got fastest lap regardless. Sorry, I just had to move my phone a bit more forward. There we go. Just so I could see it when I look down and, you know, see that we're still live. Because sometimes the stream pauses and then I freak out. I'm like, oh my god, has the stream stopped? How long have I been talking to myself, you know? Well, that was an even quicker lap. Not the fastest lap though, because George Russell's gone out in the Mercedes on softs. Mediums feel really, really good on here. A lot better than the hards did. Tyre wear don't seem too bad neither. It's pretty balanced across the board, which is a nice change from Canada, I think it was. The last race that we did, where the rear tyres were just lit up so much quicker. And, you know, since our chassis is nowhere near as good as the other teams, yeah, that's why we kept losing positions last episode, because I remember we looked at the end and saw how bad, like, tried to figure out what happened, and that the chassis affects, you know, tyre life. And ours was, like, one of the worst on the field, so... that's why it's also really good that the monocoque structure's just come in for us for this event, so we won't run into it. And then our powertrain stuff's come in as well, so we've got the most powerful engine on the grid by quite a bit, so it's looking really good. It's looking really good. Yeah, like I said, with all those new upgrades coming in, Albon's got no excuse now. He should be picking up some points for us. No excuse now.
Programme complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Well, there you go.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
So that is our 1 hour practice session, and now we've got qualifying coming up. So let's burn off some of this energy and then get to it. Whew. I wonder if Albon's set any laps yet, because he's still in the garage. Is he just not... Has he just not gone out at all? What's he doing? Bro's being so lazy, like... Do something, Albano, please. I want to see what your pace is like. With all these new upgrades. So his best lap is a 107.2. So about a tenth, half a tenth quicker than Gasly. A few tenths quicker than Alonso. But what tyres Alonso at hards? Okay, that doesn't say much then. Yeah. He is getting closer, but it is only free practice. He's done 2 laps in and decided to come back into the pits. Like, what are you doing? Right. Well, that's free practice done.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top...
Alright. Make sure you take care into what I keep calling turn 2, which is actually turn 3. I just can't get used to calling that little kink on the straight turn 2, you know? Anyway, take care, because as you're well aware, it's uphill and there's about as much traction on the exit as a non-stick frying pan. I also want you to pay attention coming into the last corner so that you don't run out wide and lose time. You can carry a lot of speed in, but you have to brake early. Gotcha. Alright. Qualifying, let's do it. Whew. Had a bit of an interview, yeah. They're probably talking about our new upgrades, obviously. Looks to be a much sunnier day out here at the Red Bull Ring. Without further ado, let's go.
All clear the garage, please. Car's ready to leave.
Albon's going out as well, so I'll let him go a bit further out. So yeah. Qualifying, this is the old sprint format, so it's not as important as sprint itself is a bit of a glorified qualifying. I swear I just saw Albon go out. I guess not. I saw his engineers move around. What's he doing? Where's he going? Was he not coming? He is out. Where is he? I want to let him go first. I've got no idea where Albon is, but I thought he was out. It says he's out. But where? He didn't go out before me, did he? Did I just not see him? Albon seems to be lost. He's just disappeared. Maybe he went out before me and I just didn't see him, but... I don't know. I don't see him anywhere. Albon, where have you gone? I've lost my teammate. I saw the engineers moving, so and they don't move until, you know, they go out. It's proper weird that. But alright, first lap of qualifying around the Red Bull Ring. Let's go. He went for a stroll. He's definitely out, he's not in the pits anymore. God knows where he went, man. Oh wait, he might have had to wait a bit longer because, you know, I was going out, but still, I did try to wait for him, so I should have seen him eventually. Yeah, most powerful engine on the grid now. It's literally like a carbon copy of what happened in F1 24, except I think it was at Canada where we had the quickest engine, whereas here that wasn't the case, clearly. Whoa, a 10th down on Alonso? What do you mean? I mean, at least Albon's close, but I was expecting, like, P1 with that amount of fucking traction. Not traction, the power that we've got now. We are literally, like, that far ahead in the R&D thing for powertrain. Like, I would have expected quicker. Especially in Sector 1, but apparently that wasn't the case. We're up there, but, I mean, look at how quick Verstappen was in Sector 1. I don't know if he got slipstream or anything, but look, Sector 2 and 3, Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. Albon's only 2 tenths off of me, that's a really good sign. He was also quicker than Sainz in his first lap. Right, whatever. I think that's basically us through to Q2. I'm not sure if I want to trust it though, because we're at 7th and that doesn't seem to be the greatest. Not many people seem to be risking it. We do only have 3 tyres though. Oh, we do have one that's reserved for Q3. We are falling down as well. Oh, I don't know. I mean, sprint's just a glorified qualifying, isn't it? We'll be fine. Oh, I saw 13th. Oh, we're okay. Albon did well. There's about 4/10 gained there. So who's out? Lance Stroll. Not really a surprise anymore. We've got an Alpine out, both Hasses are out, and an Alfa Romeo. That Alfa was nearly out as well. So yeah, through to Q2. I don't usually do a second run of Q1 unless our first lap was really bad. So I would have been really surprised if we would have got knocked out there, but nearly. Very, very nearly. Okay, let's go once more. And we can do flying laps in this game because the tyre wear isn't nearly as strict as F124 is. I definitely miss doing flying laps because they are not good at all in F124. In fact, they hurt you. Like, never do a flying lap in 24. Oh, I need to flashback that. I've just been wasting that so much energy then. There we go, back up to 96. Alright, here we go. First lap of Q2. Good start. Beautiful entry and exit, that was perfect. Right, this might be a quicker lap than our Q1. I hope, anyway. I mean, it should be. Especially since track evolution's a thing. So... purple first sector. Or second sector, I think. P1! See, that's where I'm expecting it to be, with that much power. I mean, this is the track where we've got to make the most of it. At least right now, until we get into, you know, Las Vegas later on. Oh, we don't have Las Vegas, do we? We're doing a 16 race season and I don't think Las Vegas is one of them. What track would make the most out of this? I don't think any of them now, because we've done Jeddah. So yeah, it's this one. This is the one. What a lap, good job. Thank you very much. I had barely any Pepsi Max in that. And I don't know why I tried drinking any more out of that. So... honestly, I don't mind if we have a bad Q3, because top 10 is all we need, because for points in the sprint, you need to get into a top 8, and we always get a really good start, usually anyway, so I think we'll have a good sprint. But I think this car's capable of quite a lot, so, you know, maybe we could go for our first win of the season. Of course, not our first win of our career. This is technically, like, in this continuity, this is our second season. Because we're following up the F124 season that we just had. A few months ago. So this is technically season 2 of our little story like universe sort of thing. And I mean, we could get away with that because it's like it's the same teams. I mean, the only glaring difference is that AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo are back, but other than that, everybody is the exact same team. Right, so let's look at the timing. We are about 3/10 ahead of Leclerc. Reasonably, we should be making it through to Q3. Reasonably. What track? It says in the bottom left, my guy. Right, reasonably that should be Q3. 3/10 up on a Ferrari, which has been really dominant this season. I think we're through. Oh, and our boy Albonno's there as well. P10 for our boy. Tsunoda really outperforming in that AlphaTauri. I wonder if they brought some powertrain upgrades in. P11 over an Aston Martin. Like, Aston Martin's ahead of us, by the way. Not by much, but they still are. And AlphaTauri, like, are way behind. So Tsunoda's pulled out a monster lap. I wonder if he got a slipstream off Danny Rick or something. I don't know. Danny Rick didn't have a good time. I wonder if AlphaTauri will be nearly as bad in this career as they were in our mine team. AlphaTauri were terrible in our mine team. And they made no changes. I think Tsunoda ended up going to McLaren in our career. And then Nick de Vries was there for the entire 5 seasons. Because I started the career for my team right when the game came out. And then Albon left Williams to join AlphaTauri. So he... You know, and he had the odd good performance, but I think there was one season where AlphaTauri didn't score a single point. Like, they were the worst team they are the worst team by far in this game. When you go back to this game, AlphaTauri's clearly the worst. Right, Q3, and we got 2 tyres to work with here, so that's awesome. Since we've only had to have 1 run each in each qualifying, so that is just beautiful. So, yeah, let's go! Pardon me. Let's do this. Is our teammate ahead of us there? Yeah, I think I'll give him a bit more space. Although we might want to get the hurry up as well. Yeah, fuck it. It's only the first run. And if we're going to get the win in any part of the weekend, it's going to be the sprint. Because, you know, we don't have to worry as much about tyre wear since, you know, it's only a sprint. So, our car will do a really good job then. So it's just about now, really, that's not ideal. Just maximising as much potential as you can to get as high up the grid as possible. Yeah, a few mistakes, but we only we have another go at it later on, so. Oh, P2, and only just under a 10th away from Piastri, so there's a lot of potential there. I mean, obviously, other people are yet to finish, but a lot of potential there. We did make a couple of mistakes that lap. Verstappen's going out now for a second lap, I think. Unless that's him on his in-lap. I think this is him. Yeah, he's on an in-lap. Okay. Yeah, alright. Piastri sets a really, really good lap. Sainz is into the 104s, so we're really going to have to pull it out the bag. We're going to have to make up a lot of time to get even close to that. We're pretty close to the quickest in Sector 1, though. Where is Verstappen pulling that sort of time from? Because the Red Bull powertrain is shit in this game. Somehow AlphaTauri's even worse, even though they have the Honda engine, but Red Bull's like the third weakest in terms of the powertrain, so I've got no idea where Verstappen's pulling that from in Sector 1. It must be just how well he's doing the first turns, you know? Because obviously the chassis and the aero is going to be amazing on that Red Bull. Who knows though? I don't know where he's pulling it from. Okay. Is that one going to go back out? I don't know what's going out. What's going on? People are moving, let's go. Right, Albon's heading out first. Alright. Let's see what we can do then. So as it stands, that first lap was good enough for P4, which is still great. But I know we're capable of more. Especially with all the new upgrades we've had. Alright. But yeah, we'll do. We've been doing F1 content for the past year or so. If you guys want to join these streams often, I do them often. We're doing this Return to F1 23 series for the next couple of months, and then when the Real Life 2024 season finishes, we are going to be going back to an old F1 game, one that I personally haven't played, and that is F1 2016. So if you guys are interested in that, we'll be doing that in November. After that, we'll be doing 2017 and 2018, and then maybe I think we'll return to this on the lead up to F1 25. So yeah, whether or not we play that game really depends on the beta and if it's any good. If not, if it's like 24, no way. Okay, that is not a good start, not ideal at all. 2 tenths down nearly. I think the track's definitely cooled down, that's for sure. A lot of shaders on this track now. And it is following us, unfortunately.
You've fallen down the order, you're now in P7.
Shut up. Really good corner from us. I don't know how much time. Yeah, it's not made up any time. Lost a bit of time on that final corner. That's not much of an improvement, and I don't think that's pushed us any higher neither. And I think we really dropped the ball then. I don't know what happened turn 1, but we lost nearly 2 tenths. Proper strange that.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who'll be fronting the grid. Verstappen, Russell and Carlos Sainz.
Alright. Albon didn't do much better neither, but he's in the top 10, that's the good thing. And who knows, maybe our race pace will be a lot better. I should hope so, with the powertrain that we do have. Surely it is, right? Alright, FP2. We'll do quick practice here, just to get the R&D points from fuel management. Fuck off. There we go. Thought we were going to get really bad luck again. Lightning round the world. Set the fastest lap of the entire race at 20 different tracks. What do you mean? I didn't set the fastest lap anywhere. Why have I just got that? Did I just set the fastest lap in FP2 in quick practice and then it counted that towards that trophy? That's weird. Very, very weird, but you know, I'll take it, I suppose. Alright. About 4 points off of Sergio Perez in the rivalry. Alright, whatever. 6 laps. Because we're at 25% session length now, so we'll just see how this goes. But 6 laps to make up for from P9 on the grid. Unless there's people receiving grid penalties, but that would only be full race, right? Right.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top?
It's me!
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Just
That's
ahead of George
exactly
Russell,
what he
who
needs
starts this
for his
event from
title
P2.
challenge,
Considering
or his title
the rest of the
defense,
grid,
rather.
We have Sainz,
Because he did win in our
Oscar
F1 24
Piastri,
season as well.
Norris, Leclerc,
Not a good lap from
Perez,
Leclerc.
Hamilton,
Not the one he needs.
Albon, Sonoda,
We're P9 right in front of our
Alonso,
teammate. Aston
Gasly,
Martin slipping
Zhou,
further and further.
Ricardo, Magnussen, Ocon, Stroll, Bottas, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
Alright. And there's our boy, Alex Albon. Really good lap from him. Making the most out of the upgrades, which is exactly what we need.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
Oh yeah. Alright. Obviously we're going to go with the softs. Let's do this. Thought I let go at the same
so our
time.
system
But...
checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of this lap.
Right, so we definitely want to catch Perez. Hamilton I know we can catch. Mercedes have been woeful this season, even though Russell has had a really good lap. I didn't acknowledge it at first, but that's P2 for Russell, and that's exactly what he needs, given he's had 2 engine failures this season. Hamilton's had 1. I think Mercedes had a decent race last time out, but it's still not a very good car. So I don't think we'll have a hard time at all overtaking Lewis Hamilton. Perez will be a different story. But I definitely want to overtake him, of course.
Radar is clear. Weather
Him
is
being
looking
our
good for
rival and
now.
all.
decent parking. Let's try and get a good launch as the lights go out.
Here we
Keep an eye on
go.
the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Well, I think Hamilton got a decent start. Yeah, he did. Being blocked off though. Oh, that was awkward. See if we could maybe go around Hamilton here. Here we go. Hamilton's got benefit of the slipstream of people in front of him. Perez is making a really good start here. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. I think Perez and Piastri getting caught up in a little altercation. I heard it.
Fine. Let's try and move forward.
Contact made between those two and we were able to go around the both of them. As Perez looks to go down the inside here. Lots of fighting there. Can we get a replay? No, we can't. We'll have to look at the highlights for that after the race. Yeah, that's a very good start for us right there. That's exactly what we needed. Now we just look to catch up to Norris a little bit, as that fighting did cost us a little bit of time. Leclerc's pretty slow. I wonder what happened there. Although he is P4, but those guys definitely were fighting a bit because... Oh yeah, Piastri. Piastri's fallen quite a bit. I'm pretty sure Piastri qualified ahead of Norris. Spielberg's a great track, your favourite. I can see why, yeah. Definitely a really good track. Well, yeah, what's up, Lord Milo? We are using a lot of ERS here, but that's just to catch up to these guys. Which we have accomplished, and we're going to need to, because we're on the softs, of course. We want to make the most of it. I'm going to dive down the inside of Norris. He's sprinting a little bit there. He still is there, though.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
That does bring us up a place. Got to defend it a little bit. Don't think we're going to be catching up to the top three anytime soon unless they start fighting. But Max Verstappen is leading, followed by George Russell. And then Carlos Sainz is there. Right. So I think we might sit back a little bit.
This lap, you can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Mainly because I want to save some ERS now. Get some DRS off of Leclerc. Because if we don't, we're just going to be a sitting duck on the straight with no ERS and DRS. So let's sit behind Leclerc for a bit. Maybe he could pull us along.
Okay, that's us.
Back up to the top three.
5 laps of fuel left.
And if not, regardless, in the last couple of laps, we'll push on him. Obviously, we'll have to keep an eye on the tyre wear as well. Let's play on wheel or controller. 5 people watching, what's up? But yeah, this is our second playthrough of F1 23. I've got 5 seasons worth of F1 23 My Team last year, so be sure to check that out. A lot more recorded and edited content there, so better content.
The gap to the car in front is less than 1 second now. Well done. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
I don't really want to. You see Russell and Sainz fighting down the road over there. So we'll see what happens there. We might be overtaking Leclerc in a minute. Try and brake a little bit early, as I do want DRS onto the next straight. Switch back there on Leclerc. I wasn't really going for the overtake, but that's natural. And even with the DRS, look at how powerful that Ferrari is.
Mercedes drivers just moved into first place.
That's purely on ERS. There you go. And all that fighting. Oh, look at that. Russell makes the double overtake in 1 lap. Overtakes Sainz and then got Verstappen on the next corner. So if we're lucky, these guys will keep fighting, and then towards the end of the sprint, who knows? Yeah, let's go. Let's use some of the CRS that we've built up. Only got to catch up by about 3/10, so anything can happen. Oh, that's not ideal. See, I would have gotten away with that in F124. Look at this now. Verstappen looks to make the move once again.
That gap ahead, please. 1.5 seconds.
Yep, starting to lose a bit of grip in these tyres now. That's why those guys are on the mediums, but doesn't really mean much. They won't really do much, I mean. Yeah, these that top three is really jockeying for position right now. P4 is still amazing.
Red Bull drivers just moved into first place.
And we'll be starting P4 into the next race, if we can keep it, of course. But of course, Leclerc's right there as well, so we do have to keep an eye on that. So I'm really hoping these guys keep fighting because, yeah, we're going to have to save DRS on one of these laps, and I'm going to make it this one. Save ERS, sorry.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
And look at that, Sainz making the pass on Russell. 2 tenths to go. Here comes Leclerc now. It's a good overtake from him. Pretty easy one though. There was no point fighting that. Use a bit of ERS, maybe get back in front of Leclerc here. He opens the door on the outside. Use a bit of ERS. We should get this into the next corner. Oh, he's got... Yeah, there's the grip coming into play. We had just about enough, but that might not work next lap. And we lost a bit of time to the top three there, so we've got to really focus on keeping P4, that's for sure. Here we go. And that's it. I thought there was one more lap. I was like gearing up for another lap. I completely forgot that was the last lap then. There you go, P4. That was nice. That definitely felt like a quick race as well. Since we've moved it down to 25% for this series only.
Driver standings have changed. Well, it wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced.
Yeah, look at that. Now it's getting closer between the top three.
Big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt
It's a good 5 points for us as well. Let's have a look at. Oh, where did Albon finish? He stayed in P10. Okay, not bad. It's fine. And we're getting a bit closer to Mercedes, which is nice. That's only because Hamilton did no points. Russell, however, gained 2 more points over us. What difficulty are you on? 95%. Anything above that I've found on certain tracks, the AI gets a bit sus. If you want more information on that, check out my My Team episode, Season 5, around Imola, on the second stint on 97 difficulty. That AI was broken as all hell, and since then, I've just kept it at 95. It's kind of like the perfect medium. Now, I want to see that move that we did around Piastri and Perez. That's for sure. I didn't even realise we were side by side with Albon going into that first turn. I was so focused on Hamilton. But keep an eye in front of us, Perez and Piastri, as we're side by side with Hamilton. Oh yeah, that's a great camera. That is absolutely fantastic, game. I hate the highlights. They've broken them. I don't know what's gone on with them, but I remember in F1 2019, the highlights would be like 4 minutes long in some cases, but now they try to rush them so much, they kind of cut off some parts. They don't even like show your car going across the line very well. It cuts off before, like, the second you touch the line. The highlights are just weird. Right. So, let's have a look, shall we? Wait, what's the trackside cameras like? Is it alright? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Just able to move around them just like that. That is crazy. Can we get a view on Piastri here? So this is Oscar Piastri challenging Sergio Perez. There's the contact. And that slowed him down, and there I went around the outside. Look at that. Just like that. Really good move from us then. Okay. 6 people watching. Let's get into the full race, shall we? Yeah, God, it really sucks that F124 was such a bad game, because I really preferred some of the changes they made. Like here, you're able to see your teammate at the other side again. The new sprint format, the superior sprint format, is in that game. And I'm just going to have to wait till F125 now, which is made by the same guys that made this one, because F124 is awful and was made by the same guys who made 22, and for that reason, I don't think I'll pre-order 26, that's for sure. Alright, we got 2,200 R&D points. I have actually completely forgot to go into that, so let's have a look what we can do here. We could get this major aero upgrade. That would actually put us nearly on par with the top 5 there, so that would be really useful. Chassis is definitely something I want to improve. Tracks like Imola in Spain, I was barely able to stay at the top 16, yet Baku I won. You won at Baku? That's crazy. I've never actually won at Baku. It's the only track in this game, I think, that I've never actually won at in the career mode. The closest we came was actually, like, in this series, a P2. I think we got a P2 in my last season of my team as well. I do feel like Season 2 here might actually be the time we finally win it, because I've actually gotten a lot better at that track, and we were unlucky to get P2, to be fair. It was only because Leclerc undercut, and he was like way too far ahead. We were never going to catch up to him. They had a really good strategy that race. So, yeah, the undercut is strong around Baku. So, we'll see what happens in Season 2, but I feel like we'll finally get that win at Baku. Imola, definitely a strong track for me. It ended up... I remember the first time we did it in Season 1 of my team, all the way back when my difficulty was 85. Really struggled around there. I think we got like a P13, something like that. But we ended up winning it quite a bit later on in my team. And we got a P3 in the fastest lap in the Williams, so not too bad. Spain was tough for us, the P6, but that was in the wet, so I can't really tell you how the actual pace around Spain was, to be honest. Alright, let's have a look then. So chassis definitely started to improve that quite a bit, but I definitely want to keep pushing on that because that really improves tyre wear. Got another minor one there. They're all minor upgrades, unfortunately, but I think I'm going to keep pushing in terms of upgrades here. So let's do the minor one there, and then another one there. We could keep pushing on the powertrain. We are quite... Oh, Red Bull pulled in a powertrain upgrade, so that's how Max Verstappen was so quick in Sector 1. They've brought in a powertrain upgrade, and they needed that because Ferrari was starting to run away with some of the races, and that's why Verstappen's right back to where he should be. Who even won that last race? Was it... I didn't actually... I didn't notice who... I think it was Verstappen, and that's why I didn't really notice it. Yeah, it was Verstappen. Yeah, so clearly that powertrain upgrade for them has come to fruition. I'm going to kind of slow down on the powertrain upgrades, I think, and really focus on the chassis and the aero. There's nothing else here that I can do, so other than get another powertrain upgrade, but I'm going to save the R&D points. That's what I'm going to do. Basically doing what I did in F124, except it's going to be easier this time because we don't have a teammate that will constantly make powertrain upgrades like Albon did in F124. We decide the upgrades here. Honestly, though, I wish I'd have turned R&D off. I prefer to turn it off for the driver career mode. I think it's a bit more realistic. So I think when we do the driver career mode in F125, I might turn it off. Williams lacking in the chassis department is something that's been a problem for that team for over 20 years now. In terms of bodywork, maybe, yeah, but our bigger problem was aero. Our bigger problem was definitely aerodynamics, which We've got a more
This
balanced
is it
car
then.
now,
Race
and it's
day in
evidenced
Spielberg for
by
this year's Austrian
both
Grand Prix.
teammates getting,
Not long to
like,
go
both team
before our
members getting
drivers
points,
hurtle off the line
which is great.
and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. The Spielberg
So,
circuit
we got
then is
P4.
situated 700
Here
metres
we
above
go.
sea level, with just 10 corners making.
Already explained
It's time
this.
to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. World
This is how you know the
Max
sprint was
Verstappen
just so
starts from
tacked
pole
on.
position,
They don't mention it
and starting
afterwards.
next
Just
to them is
so
George
tacked
Russell.
on.
As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have.
Like, I'd get it for F122, but this is the second game with the sprint. Oh no, the third one.
Hamilton,
Because
Albon,
sprints were introduced in 2021, weren't they? So,
Gasly,
yeah.
Fernando Alonso,
No excuse, Cody's. No excuse. Awful.
Bottas,
26 has to be the game with the new engine.
Perez,
Perez gets a grid
Oscar
penalty.
Piastri, Magnussen,
Ooh.
and Nico Hulkenberg
I think that
rounds off
practically
the grid.
gifts
Now
us
it's
the
time to
rivalry
head
win
down
then,
to the
unless we
track.
DNF. If I haven't jinxed it.
And alongside me once again for coverage of today's race is none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Let's have a chat about Williams. What do you make of
Yay!
their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a
Imagine
lot
if
of fun
those
doing what they
BMW
do,
William cars
and
had
that's
better
definitely
aero.
contributed to the performances we've seen.
Mate, I've heard that line of dialogue so many times over the past year. It's absolutely crazy. I feel a bit better about it now that I'm actually racing for Williams, but during the My Team, it was every race. It was let's talk about Williams, and they were shit. They'd go pointless like every season nearly, and they'd always talk about, oh well, the atmosphere around that team's no, they're not scoring any points. The atmosphere can't be any good. Who were the guys that were racing there? I know Sargent was there for the entire career mode, and I think it was Magnussen that ended up joining Williams in my team. Right, so we've got two choices here. We've got softs to mediums or soft to hards, or we could go with neither and pit onto softs later on, which could be a really good choice. However, that would mean we'd have to go longer on one of the stints. And since it's a 25% race, that's not viable. If it was 35%, maybe, yeah, definitely. If it was 50%, yeah, but I don't really want to risk it, especially since we got a really good position to start this off with. So I'm going to go with mediums for now. And obviously, as we go through the stint, obviously we could, do better. Now, I'm going to pull a sneaky thing here, and obviously because the guys around us all have better chassis, they'll have better tyres. So for the first time this season, I'm going to trust my gut and not the team's, and we're actually going to pit a lap earlier. Yes, it will make the mediums worse. However, it could gain us a lot of time since it will make the softs a bit better as well and provide a lot more grip. So, yeah, let's go with that. We're the only one starting on soft, so my fear is that these guys are going to go on soft. So I think that rules out the hards for that second stint. However, we've got a really good chance to really fight for the lead in this first stint, so we'll see what happens. And the mediums felt really good in practice, so I'm not too fussed about it. What's Albon doing? I can't see. Hold on. Oh, he's on softs. Okay. Right. He usually goes on softs, he does.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
This could be a big mistake. They didn't feel the worst ever in the sprint, but that was also 6 laps in, so we're doing 2 extra laps on these now. So maybe I have made the wrong choice. Maybe we should have gone, I don't know, because everyone else is going to go mediums to softs, and I know the softs are going to be woeful, and I would rather have a better tyre towards the end of the race than the softs, given how, Canada went. I definitely want to have an advantage, at least in that department. So, yeah. Yeah, nice to see Russell up there, as a Williams fan of course, but also how unlucky him and Mercedes have been this season.
Okay, good parking.
How's that not
Now we need to
purple?
make sure we get a great launch
How
as the
did
race
that?
starts.
Whatever. Alright, so we got a
Okay,
really
so
good
that's the rest of the
position
grid
here, because
forming
we
up
could
now. Be
probably...
patient and watch for those lights.
We could definitely jump Sainz. Worst case scenario, Russell gets a really bad start and stalls the car on the line, which has happened before. Not with Russell, but with an AI in front of me. Which has not happened this time. Verstappen moves to cut off Russell though. We could cut off Sainz right here, as he did not have a good start. Alright, P3 off the line, great. We'll see what happens between Verstappen and Russell then. Yellow flags behind. We've not had a single safety car this season, I don't think. We might have actually, I'm not too sure. I don't remember one, so probably not. Six viewers, what's up guys? I'm not really feeling the upgrades too much, to be honest. Like, I was expecting a lot more, given how far ahead we are in the R&D for powertrain, but... I don't know. See if we can dummy Russell over to the right, which we do. And that is as clean as you like. So, Verstappen is next. We're using a lot of the RS though, so I don't want to fight him too much.
Great pass.
Cheers Yakin, welcome to the stream. We really need to make the most out of these softs. 7 people watching, what's up? We are slowly catching up to him, which is really good considering we've not got any DRS right now. But that's only because of the difference in tyres. Look at how much Sainz has fallen back a bit though. That is great news for us, especially since he'll be out of DRS for this next lap.
Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Don't want to overtake Verstappen into this next part. Okay, now I do. Oh, Max! Oh, wow! There you go. That's why I didn't want to lead into there. Even with a tyre difference, keeping up with an RB and a Williams. I don't know what the rest of that comment says, but probably impressive. We're halfway through the season, so we have had some upgrades, and I do have the most powerful powertrain right now. So on a track like Austria, definitely the most important part. Cheers, guys. I'll read your comment in full when I can. Yeah, it's very good. I thought so.
So we're leading our teammate by 3.5 seconds.
Verstappen might be looking for a move into turn 1. I definitely had to cover that a little bit, which isn't good because he's now going to allow Sainz to get back into DRS. Not a good move from Verstappen there. Sector 3 is going to be our most important part, but tyre wear is going to start kicking in within the next lap or so, so it's not going to be worth too much. Yeah, we're not gaining too much time out of there. Seem kind of busy trying to keep a 3 times world champion behind. Yeah. What you need to do is force them narrow into turn 3 every lap and they can't pass. Yeah, maybe. I don't want to cheese the game though. Plus, you know, there's a strong chance that they'll overtake me on this straight anyway, eventually. So far, really, really good. Verstappen making a move. Here we go. Down the inside he is. Let's give him a little bit of a push out wide there. There's a little receipt for what he did on lap 3, I think it was. We are still in with a shout at the title. It's a long shot, but you never know. Leclerc, he's bottling it. He's quite far back. He's in P6. Verstappen might have another DNF, who knows. Yeah, we're doing a really good job right now being able to save ERS at the same time. We've made up about 20%, which is big. I've gotten a lot better at ERS management on this game, that's for sure.
You're going to be on mediums.
Forced him wide into turn 1 there. And he's going to be pressured by Russell and Sainz. So if those guys fight each other, if those 3 fight each other, we are going to be in with a big shout. Look at that, 1 second behind us. Sainz made a move on Verstappen. That is big, that's huge for us. That is absolutely huge. Gotta go, almost midnight, don't crash, good luck, it's hammer time. Oh, cheers bro. Be sure to subscribe, join in for the next episode. And check out the rest of the channel as well. I've got a lot of content on F1 23 from the last year, since it came out. And maybe check out the F1 24 series as well if you want to see me get frustrated all the time and rage. God, I hated that game. And now, Sainz is going to be a sitting duck on that straight. Just about that. I had to use a bit of VRS to kick him back out of it. Right. Yeah, he's doing it. Oh my god, he must be burning ERS if he's back in front. If he's back into DRS that quickly after 1 straight. That's crazy. Didn't even have DRS. And look at that tyre wear. That's why we're going to pit early. Right. Do I really want to push though? Because I kind of want to save VRS as well. Maybe let Sainz overtake me and then I'll get DRS into the next corner. Oh, big dive bomb on Sainz. And we take P1 again. That's awesome. That costs them more time, so that definitely gives us more time going into the pits. I'm really afraid they'll be going on to softs though, and we'll be in some trouble, so we'll really have to make the outlap count. Which is what I'm saving the ERS for. So here we go. Now the worst thing that could happen here is our pit crew has their worst cock-up of the season, so their first one. Whoa, there we go. It's that corner, man, the AI just can't do it. Oh, what am I doing? I just read that comment way too early. I've read that comment and then pressed the
Up
button
to speed now. Let's get some heat into
as
those
soon as I
tyres.
saw it. Alright, that is going to be the only flashback we use in this whole race. Albon's got P9. It's not bad. Come on, boys, don't fail me. 2.3.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Alright, 74% ERS to use. Bottas, those softs are not doing anything for you, brother. Get in the pits. Jesus Christ, what is he doing? Right, let's see how much this undercut is going to help us. Perez is really doing awful right now. What happened to him at the start? Albon's in the pits.
Alexander's in the pits. Alexander in the pits.
I think Bottas is pitting. He's pushed me out wide there, but can't be helped. Right, let's see where Verstappen ends up. Unfortunately, there's nobody going to be separating us unless we can get out in front of people. But my God, Perez has done awful. And that's why Ferrari are going to win the Constructors by a landslide. But yeah, that undercut was worth nearly 5 seconds. I don't know where Sainz is. He might still be out, which is really going to hurt him. I think. We'll see though. But we might be looking at our first win of the season here. I don't want to jinx it, but that is a big undercut on Verstappen. We'll just have to see what it's done with Sainz.
Joe is stopping now. Okay, here's
Right,
the gap that we're
here's
tracing.
Sainz coming out of the pits.
9.3 seconds.
Oh, that's big. That is massive. He has lost a lot of time with that strategy. Oh, Ferrari. Oh, I think Leclerc's overtook him. No, but he's only 5/10 behind. That is awful. Awful strategy for Sainz there. Alright. They've gone on to the hards. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So, maybe they're still going to outdo us here, unfortunately. So we just got to see how long it takes for these mediums to start doing shitty. Only guy I'm really worried about is Verstappen. We're about five seconds ahead though, so I think we're doing a lot better than I thought we would be. But yeah, that's horrible from Ferrari. They had a chance to maybe win this race. They should have covered me off on the next lap, but they have not. Sainz went 2 extra laps. Fernando Alonso with a 106.8.
Alonso's just put in the fastest lap of the race.
So that takes the fastest lap off of me. I'm not getting that back. Those softs to mediums would have given you cars to pass with the overcut, but you'd be entire seconds faster than them about now. Yeah, maybe. Mediums to softs, 100%. I was a bit confused by your comment then, but then you obviously put that. Yeah, we might be looking at our first win of the season, which is big. And I did think we were in for a shout at it with, you know, the powertrain upgrades, but we had to rethink a bit about the tyre strategy to compensate for the fact that our tyres wear out a lot quicker, and I think we've done a really good job. There's Sainz looking for the overtake on Hamilton. Just absolutely bottling that Ferrari right there. Had Sainz pit the lap after me, I think I would be battling Sainz about now. He's made the overtake on Hamilton, but he's 2.5 seconds off of Verstappen and he's not going to catch him because that Red Bull engine is now like on par with my engine, and well, not on par with my engine, but on par with Ferrari. So he's not catching him. We've absolutely bottled it there. Tell you what though, where's Perez?
They're in 12th. 17.1 seconds.
What happened?
Fresh cards. Time last lap was a 1 minute 06.9.
AI Checo's turned into IRL Checo here. Without our teammate.
Okay, so we're leading
Come on now,
our
Bono.
teammate by 8.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 6th.
Go on, Albano! Oh my god!
07.0.
P6! P6 for our boy. Right, I think some grip might start kicking in now. I don't know, but Verstappen's pulled on us a little bit. Maybe because I stopped using the RS that lap. So, we'll use it again for the next lap. Try and push that back towards 5 seconds. Been asking that since Baku last season. Well, to be fair, I think Red Bull made an upgrade that Checo did complain about last season that's affecting the car in a bad way now. So who knows? Maybe he wasn't that bad in the first place, but I don't know. I mean, he is a great driver, but not in that Red Bull. There's just something about that Red Bull that he cannot seem to get to grips with. Tried using a bit of VRS to gain a few tenths on Verstappen once again. Just try and take it further and further away from him.
Turbochargers on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
60%, okay. That'll be replaced for Silverstone. We got this in the bag, boys. First win of the season. Maybe the only win, who knows? We'll see. Perez is good, but his McLaren stint proved he wasn't put out for a top team. Ferrari were right to release him from their academy in the long run. Maybe.
Gap to your teammate behind is 11.5 seconds.
Tyres are doing pretty well. Where did Norris come from? Oh yeah, he is in P3. Wow. Really good stint from him. I wonder if he, like, pitted really late onto those hards. Or maybe it's just the DRS battle and... I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It's really good from Lando, though. Fair play.
Final lap. Push, push. One lap of fuel remaining.
Oh! Look at our boy! Albon in P5! Those upgrades really coming to fruition. And he's followed the same strategy. Fair play, Alex. Let's go. Come on, Albono. Let's go. First win of the season.
Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
Yes. What a strategy from us then. Outsmarting our own car and undercutting the rest of the field. Sainz, though, that Ferrari strategy was awful.
A well-deserved victory.
Let's go.
What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making them
That's living up to their name, huh? Ferrari dropping off the cliff on the hards. To be fair, Ferrari have been really good this season, so that strategy is a strange one.
Incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Such a bad strategy from them, they didn't even get a podium. But there is the P1, our first win of the season for Williams. And that is our 5th win overall, I think. Or the 6th. I think we got 5 wins in F1 24. Like, we did. We proper smashed the rookie win record. So we got about 5 in season 1. And then this is our first one this season. Let's go. I want to see some of that Albon action,
so
though.
Review the driver's standings. Max
10
Verstappen's
points.
Excellent result today.
That's big. That's big for our
of
boy
the Drivers'
Albon.
Championship. Some amazing
What a
talent out on the
weekend.
track today. But Anthony, who
And
would you pick as your
Verstappen's back
driver
on
of
top
today?
of the driver's
It's time to see how
standings.
things are shaping up in the Constructors'
Oof.
Championship. No change in the top spot then, but with today's points, their hold on that lead is getting weaker.
Yeah.
After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us
What
next
happened to
time out.
Perez?
Be sure to join us once again as we continue to
Bro
bring you
came
all
out
the
with 1
excitement
point
of
the whole
Formula
weekend. Tsunoda got a point. Tsunoda P10. Wow, AlphaTauri got points. Getting multiple points this season. That's 3 points for them entirely. That is crazy. Aston Martin, I don't know what's gone on with their car this season. Even with Alonso driving it, that car is just nowhere. And it's in like the top 5 in terms of R&D as well. So I've got no idea what's going on. But Alonso again, only just getting points. Like, that Aston must be a proper handful. It's crazy. Because the Aston Martin was good in the 2023 season, but obviously it's taken from just after the summer, like the R&D performance, so that's why AlphaTauri are so bad, despite their surge in points later on in the season, almost taking P7 from Williams. But yeah, since Aston Martin had a huge drop-off, of course their performance in-game also followed suit. But I want to see our boy Albon. Here he is. So I want to see how he gets those positions. Of course Norris overtakes him, comes out of nowhere. And even Russell So where's Albon come from then? Because he was getting challenged by Russell then. He gets DRS. Look at how far ahead Leclerc is. That's crazy. Oh, Ferrari have bottled it even more. They must have been fighting and Albon must have capitalised. Yeah, oh my god! Ferrari! What are you doing? Contact! Contact between the Ferraris. And our boy Alex Albon gets Leclerc, gets Sainz in the same corner, I think. No, lots of contact, 3 wide. This is crazy. Look at this. That is very similar to our overtake in the sprint. But look at that. Sainz initially got away. But, of course, Albon had the DRS. Sainz didn't. That is beautiful from our boy Alex Albon right there. Oh my god. An absolute howler from Ferrari. And that gives our teammate 12 points. Massive. Considering he was on 2 coming into this Grand Prix. That's big. That's absolutely massive. And then of course we came round the corner to take our first win of the season. And here's our boy Alex Albon. Wow. Let's go. What a race for Williams. That's huge. That's huge. And I think that might just throw Aston Martin out of the fight. I mean, obviously, they're already out, but that's going to be big. If Albon could keep pulling results like that, we could pull out a P3 in the Constructors by the end of the season. But yeah, I've got no idea, absolutely no idea what happened to Aston Martin this season. Just so strange. So damn strange. Time for us to get a thumbnail though. I think us pushing Sainz out might be a pretty good thumbnail right there. Oh no, wrong button. Let's go with that. Tilt it a little bit. We've got a Mercedes in the background there. Let's zoom it in a bit. There's your thumbnail. I mean, we'll move it to the left a little bit. There you go. Very basic thumbnail. But there you go. I think we accidentally got the screenshot notification on that last screenshot, so there you go. Right. You know what? Given as how we've had so many viewers so far, and we've got 3 people watching right now, let's do another Grand Prix. We'll still be doing another stream tonight, carrying on our epic Mickey playthrough, but yeah, let's move on to Silverstone. A little secret behind the scenes. Yeah, Alonso has been scoring a lot. For Aston Martin. Pretty much every single race, but he's been pretty consistent, other than Canada. So it's just P8s and P9s. There's that trophy for Austria, which we already had, but this is next gen F123 and not last gen, which we did, you know, last year until 24 came out. But yeah, Alonso's been very, very consistent. But you can tell the car's gotten even worse. Like, their upgrades are not even working. I don't even think they're upgrading the car that much at all. Not really. To be fair, though, I just don't know what's going on. He should be doing better, but I don't know. I think the biggest thing is that McLaren are now there. Because in Season 1 of my team, Alonso was scoring a lot. And, you know, I think Norris did get a boost later on in the season because McLaren got better. So throughout our... Because I don't think we finished Season 1 until, like, September or maybe even October. So McLaren got a big boost halfway through the season for us in my team. So Alonso was able to pick up a lot of points. I think he got well over 100 by the end of the season, and we did a whole 23 race season there. But yeah, he was picking up like top 6 finishes on the regular then. But obviously now with this new F1 23 save, Aston Martin are worse and McLaren are better. McLaren haven't even been doing that bad, and it just kind of goes to show just how much the pecking order really changed in 2023 throughout the season. Like, only Verstappen was the consistent one, like he was always at the top end. Everybody else was kind of fighting amongst each other. And to be fair, I think Mercedes would be doing a lot better if it weren't for engine failures as well. Oh no, they definitely would. Hamilton would definitely have more points than Norris, and so would Russell. Definitely Russell, because he's had 2 engine failures this season and he's still doing pretty well to get 49 points. But yeah, Aston Martin have just not been good at all. I don't know what's going on there. But in terms of R&D, I mean, obviously the regulations reset next season, so Aston Martin can kind of toss this season off now. They're pretty low in terms of powertrain as well, but they're pretty good elsewhere. I don't get it. I really don't get it. They're the best in terms of durability, so at least they don't have that to worry about. But yeah, just goes to show how much it changed. I think it's the chassis department where they're proper losing it. Because I know Alonso was doing pretty good competing for higher positions earlier on in the season. So I think Aston Martin just might have a similar issue to us, which is the chassis. You know, so, and obviously the chassis affects your tyres, the lifespan and the brakes. So honestly, I think that's what's going on. And we got the chassis morale up as well, that's great. And we could go right into this British Grand Prix, so that's awesome. Let's see, I think I am saving up for certain parts, so we've got another aerodynamics part, another major part, that unfortunately wouldn't be arriving until after Spa. So would that even be worth it? I don't know. Department capacity reached, we still got 2 parts coming for the chassis, so we could ignore that. We could improve the powertrain even more, but I think we can leave that for a while, so I think we're going to focus on aerodynamics and getting that to about 1,350. In terms of the season after this one, we'll be halfway through. So, yeah. Let's see what we're doing in terms of the vehicle. Let me change my camera position once more. Okay. So, we have... That's the issue with the Aston, because it's derivative in nature. The engineers lack the fundamental understanding of it in order to develop it properly. Perhaps, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think they copied anyone in 2023. I think they were genuinely up there. But yeah, they got Adrian Newey now, but I think that's too late as well, because I think it's engine related, the regulations. Like, it's going to be a lot like how it was 10 years ago. Which I don't like. I kind of like these regulations that we've got. Right, so we've got some thinking to do in terms of this R&D. So we could actually go back and reuse an older allocation of engine after this Grand Prix to actually save up, because we're only halfway through the season now, and already we've gone through half our ICE, definitely gone through half the MGUH, and even that's getting close to being done. So we could honestly just go back to previous ones, because I'm sure we went back to previous ones because we had fast tracks like Baku and Imola coming up, and we'd already, like, this is how bad the durability is on this car. Like, it's really bad. I think we're definitely going to be taking a grid penalty later on for energy store. Turbocharger seems to be the only one where we're actually kind of fine. I think we'll keep this one on for now, but we'll replace it after our first FP1. Control electronics we'll have to replace soon. I won't have to worry about that at all. We seem to be doing well there. Gearbox, halfway through on that already, so that might be a bit scary. We might end up taking a grid penalty on that, perhaps. That's a might, but I think this is pretty much confirmed. So that's one grid penalty. And maybe on the turbocharger. Yeah, definitely on the turbocharger. So that might be another grid penalty as well. This is another guaranteed one as well, the energy store. So we'll have to see where we'd want to take those grid penalties. I think, is Texas still a sprint weekend in 2023? I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't think it was, but I think it is in 2024. It is this season, but I don't know about last season. These contacts are hurting my eyes. I might actually take them out. Yeah, give me a second, guys. I'm going to take them out and put my glasses on. You don't have Monza. That would have been a good track to take penalties. Yeah, it would have. Seeing as, yeah, we have the best engine on the grid. Honestly, though, Spa could be a shout, maybe. There's a reason Verstappen always does that at Spa, because that's one of the strongest tracks for him. What else? Maybe Japan? No, Japan is too narrow. Honestly, I think Spa's a shout. Texas is another one. I'm pretty good at Texas. Mexico's another one, actually, because you've got that massive straight in Mexico, don't you? So that might be a nice one to take grid penalties for. Depends where we are in the championship by then. We're still in with a shout. Only like 26 points. We're one win off. So if everybody in front of us was the DNF, we would be like top of the championship. So we're actually in the title fight with that win, funnily enough, which is crazy, absolutely insane that we could be in the title fight with Williams. Right there, that's so cool, so cool. Yeah, honestly, that is a shout. So it could be either Spa or Mexico, or Texas. I'm leaning more towards Spa, but I don't know. I know Zandvoort and Singapore have been tracks I've historically struggled at, so I might not want to take grid penalties there. Unless we have a really bad qualifying, then I'll just do it anyway. But yeah, I think that's about it. So let's go to Silverstone. We'll do FP1 and then we'll put in a new turbocharger for qualifying and then the full race. So, let's see if anybody's brought in any upgrades going into Silverstone. I really want to do well here. This is the home race. How many races are left in this rivalry with Perez? It's one more, so we want to do better than him across the board. I think there are some instances where the rivalry ends in qualifying, so I definitely want to qualify ahead of Perez. Where are we looking? Progress history. So, nobody has brought in upgrades apart from Alfa Romeo, Haas, We don't care about those guys. And Mercedes have brought in some upgrades, so be nice to keep an eye on them. We don't have any major upgrades to really bring in anymore, so I think this is where the car is basically going to finish up. Other than this one here for now. That one's that's a minor one. This one's minor as well. This one's minor. These ones unlock major ones, I think. Yeah, okay. Powertrain, just minor ones here as well. And we don't really need to worry about that one. In terms of durability, I have got all the ones that I really care about, which is the improved materials. Other than the energy store, I suppose. So it might actually be a good shout to go for that, because that's the one I've been worried about. Control electronics really doesn't wear out that much. We could probably ignore this for the entire career mode. So we're going to improve the energy store, because I feel like we definitely need to improve that. That's for sure. So we'll improve that. That will come for Spa. And yeah, without further ado, let's head into FP1. And we've got our usual practice programs that we're going to do. So track acclimatization and race strategy. This game likely doesn't factor in altitude with car performance, so Mexico would be a good shout to take extra parts. Maybe as well. But that's really late into the season, so do I really want to do that? We'll have to see where we are in the championship fight. But I'm a lot more confident about Spa than I would be about Mexico, that's for sure. We got a lube system fault. Alright, let me move this camera. Boom.
Okay, some information. We've lost oil pressure. Looks like a leak somewhere in the system. We're on standby for the time being until we can patch it up, I'm afraid.
Alright, 4 people watching. What's up, guys? Let's get to work on this setup. Copy this over from my my last gen game. I wish you could port your setups over from last gen. I think it's so silly that you can't. Right. Alright, there's that done. I used to play the games from 2017 to 19, so my knowledge on strategies may be a tad outdated. Yeah, this is whole new regulations now, bro. This is ground effect era. Alright, let's save that setup. So, what's got you watching, you know, newer F1 game content if you don't play them anymore? Alright, let's go.
Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy for the first couple of laps.
Alright. And yeah, just to repeat, we're going to do about 2 seasons of this, since, you know, been there, done that with F1 23. Only doing it while the 2024 season is still ongoing, and these are the closest cars to the 2024 cars without having to keep putting myself through F1 24. But later on this year, when the 2024 season ends, we are going to be playing F1 2016, 2017, and 2018. Played 23 sporadically, want to see what was different with the new games. To be fair, I think this game improves on those older games, at least in terms of like the handling model. I think it's great. This is my favourite F1 game in terms of the handling. In terms of everything else though, it's kind of up in the air. In terms of like the immersion in the career mode and stuff, I would say that F1 2018 was definitely my favourite. And I've only played the demo of that, so that speaks volumes. Just how far down the presentation has really gone with these games. Yeah, let's use a bit of energy just so we're not wearing out the energy store with how much we're holding. Alright. So yeah, we got to remember to replace the turbocharger after this, and also the ICE maybe. Although we could probably keep that as is. I think we're already on our third one. I quite liked 2017, I felt like they got the tyre model and grip fall off perfect. That's probably just preference though. I guess I'll find out when I play it. But yeah, the plan is to play this for the next couple of months, and then play 2016 for the first time after 2024 season ends. Because I haven't played those old games. I played the 2018 demo and then decided to buy 2019, played a season of that, and then bought 2020 and played that for the months leading up to F1 23. It was the 2023 season that fully got me into F1. I watched it a little bit as a kid back when Lewis Hamilton was at McLaren, but that was about it. My favourite driver was Jenson Button, but then like coming back into it, everything had changed so much that it didn't feel right supporting the same team anymore. So I just landed on Williams, and you know that's who I've been supporting ever since. So yeah, the 2023 season holds a special place in my heart. Like, yeah, I know Verstappen dominated it, but there were a lot more things going on that season than just Verstappen. And as someone who was focused on Williams, the title fight didn't mean as much to me. McLaren and Williams happen to be the teams I support. That's awesome. Yeah, you'll see me at Williams quite a lot when we do the career modes, which is why I'm not going to be doing much. I'm thinking about doing a Mercedes career mode, at least like starting there in F1 25. You know, replacing Kimi Antonelli. At least for Season 1 anyway. For F1 2016 we'll do Williams, and then I don't know what I'll do for 2017. 2018 I want to do a Toro Rosso, so I don't know what we'll do for 2017. I think Renault was in F1 2017, so we might do Renault. Maybe. We'll see. Might not even do that, might even do Ferrari. I don't know. I think we'll go back to 2019 for a one-off video, same with 2020. It all depends, like, this is months from now, you know? At this point I'm kind of just waiting for F1 25 beta to come back out and be a lot better. A lot of people don't really bring it up when they make these videos critiquing F1, but there's two different developers that work on the F1 games. One has worked on, you know, 2020, 22, 24. The other's worked on 21, 23, 25. And that's why I'm so confident about F1 25 being a decent game. At the very least, like enough for me to play the rest, like the whole of that year. Because it's made by the guys who made this game. So there's a little bit of trust there. Whereas the guys who just did F1 24, those are the guys that did 22 as well. So that developer has completely lost trust, at least for me anyway. You know, I don't think I'll pre-order 26. I think I'll wait a month. Even though I really want to pre-order it with the new regulations and stuff. I don't know. I just don't really trust that team anymore. I mean, obviously I could play the beta and it could knock it out of the water. It could be great. You know? But I still don't think, like, F124 left such a bad taste in my mouth. I don't even think I'll give them the money for a pre-order at launch or whatever. I think it'll be something I just wait a month until all the patches are in and then get the game. Remember, a lot of bugs from 2017 online weren't patched for multiple games. I mean, that's still a thing now, mate. There are bugs that I ran into on 2020 that sometimes I still run into on 2017, you know? Did I say 2017? I meant on 23. Or they'd get patched and the next game would come out and the bugs would reappear. And that's because it's two different studios, or two different parts of the studio. So all the patches that come in, the team that's making the other game isn't getting those patches at the same time because they're too busy working on the new features.
Pitting this lap then, coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
So, I mean, not that we'd have to worry about 24 infecting 25. At least I don't think so anyway. Who knows? I know, like, the ERS system that I don't like is going to be in 25. So even if 25 is as good as 23, it will have 24's DNA all over it. It'll just be improved. But as long as the AI is better, that's all I'm worried about. Just the dirty air was all over the place. It was garbage. The AI acceleration was awful. What is Ocon doing? The AI acceleration was awful. It was diabolical, the acceleration out of the corners. And guess what? It was the exact same issue as 22.
When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen.
Why is he telling me about pits? I'm more than halfway through the season, fresh off of a race win. Why are you telling me about this? I miss Jack. This guy's a lot more annoying. But yeah, that's another thing. I don't want to go from playing 23 all year straight to 25 because I'll just get burnt out. I felt that with 24, but as evidenced, I'm playing 23. I went a month without playing F1 though. I sporadically played a little bit of 23, but the multiplayer though. And then I decided, you know what, I miss the career mode. And we got a few months before I decided to play 2016 after the 2024 season's concluded. So why not do a series on 23? And then I put a poll out, let the subscribers decide on it, and it was pretty much unanimous. It was 90% on YouTube and 100% on Instagram, like. So, you know. And I tried to do the recorded and edited thing again, but it was you've been there, done that. I did that for my team for the most part, and I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to do some other games and content as well. So, yeah, here we are with the live streams once again. But yeah, 24 was a horrible game. Absolutely awful. The only reason I didn't make a whole review hating on that was because everybody else has done it. And I don't really like to do videos everybody else has done. I've made my Angry Rant videos, but like a full in-depth review is something I didn't want to do, because again, people already did that. And I addressed my issues, I made them I made them quite clear. But I think I'll repeat a lot of my issues leading into F1 25. Like, I'll play the beta for that, and I think it'll be a lot better. So, I won't be making as many cynical videos going into 25. But with 26, I'm going to warn people quite a lot. Because 25 will be a lot like 23. It will trick people into thinking that, oh, they've got the handling. down now, and then 26 completely changes everything again, you know? So I'll be very cynical going into that game. Pretty much the way I was with WWE 2K24, to be honest. Lifelong content can be good for that sort of thing. You can let the gameplay and your immediate reaction to the reviewing for you. Yeah. And that was all over the career mode, or all over every video for F124. I really didn't like that game. It's a shame though, because I fucking knew it was bad, because I played the beta. But I thought, well, it was only beta 1, you know, but they might have really improved it. And I'm really looking forward to the new career mode stuff as well. And, yeah, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. That's what happened. But I hated the game in beta 1. But it was only beta 1, like, that was a full month before release. And they just didn't fix some of the issues there come launch. The game wasn't in a good state until like a month in, and by then, you know, all the seeds had already been planted. There was no saving that game because I'd had so many bad experiences with it that I just didn't want to play it anymore. I think the dirty air was completely overdone in that game. You know? That's why it baffles me that some YouTubers have like said, you know, turn up the dirty air, and like maybe for online, sure, but not for single player. It was awful. I said every stream that I really hope for the next game that they have it as a toggleable option, you know? Because I'd turn that shit right off if they don't balance it correctly. And there was the thing with the difficulty as well, like I really didn't know what difficulty I was doing, like, because qualifying felt so different from the actual race. In this game, it's really consistent, you know? I started at 85, went to 90, and then went to 95 after that, you know? It was really consistent, the journey from the first time I played F123 to now, you know? I've tried putting it up higher. There are some tracks where I can play at 100. Well, it's only Bahrain, but you know, I experimented with 97, it was pretty good, but, you know, there were certain tracks where it was just completely broken. So, I put it back down to 95, and that's where it's been ever since. And it's just felt consistent from qualifying to the race. 24 just didn't feel consistent, and that was probably my biggest issue. There was so much faffing around with the difficulty, and just all the little things just added up. And it really pissed me off. To the point that I didn't want to do a second season of that. I did do a first initial episode of season 2, but, you know. They should take some liberties with the fact this game is supposed to be syncade. Too much dirty air was a problem on the older games. I remember a lot of league races were just becoming DRS trains. That was another thing. But it weren't just DRS trains in 2024. It was ERS trains as well. I don't get how you could do racing that bad, this far into a franchise. You're 14 games in. 14! And you can't do racing properly? That's just diabolical, in my opinion. It's unforgivable. You can't have a game like that. And I'm going to grit my teeth for it for 26. Even if the game is really bad, the game is going to be so drastically different in terms of how the cars look that I don't want to do this again. Going back to 23, like, I'll just stick with it. My initial plan with 24 was to just do 3 seasons and then bin it. But the game was so bad that I didn't even want to do a second season. And I've heard that even the new changes to the career mode weren't that good, because you know, people like Arava are not having a good time with it. Modding the game has become so difficult on PC that... What is the point? A lot of people, I am not the only... I was just the first to do it. Or one of the first to do it. To come back to 23 instead of sticking with 24. Kudos to... Like, the only people sticking with 24 are the content creators that need to, that they're making money. But people like me, I'm not making money off YouTube. So, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to play a frustrating game for more views. And honestly, it's not really affected it that much. Anyway, doing this live is still getting me a decent amount of views. That's evidence. There's evidence from the comments and the people watching right now. I don't need to go back to 24. I don't need to stick with it. Polyphony pulled off racing games in the 90s, then mastered it in the 2000s. I don't know. Gran Turismo 7's not that good. Maybe the racing is, the gameplay, but the actual game itself, I mean, I've avoided that game for a reason. But yeah, I think there'll come a time, if the guys that made 22 and 24, if they don't get their act together, if 26 is bad, like, I'm gonna skip 28 entirely, like I'll get 27 and then stick with that. Because I know those guys will just be improving on all the mistakes that the other guys did. And they'll also have an extra mode with it, because they'll have Breaking Point, you know? That's why a lot of people have skipped 24, because it's just like, wow. The sales have dropped massively from even 23, never mind 2020. It's a big deal. A really big deal. But yeah, I think 22 had somewhere around like 1 million copies sold on Steam, mainly because of the new regulations. 23 had half that. And then 24 had like 100,000, something like that. For a sports game, that is abysmal. That's really bad. And can you really blame anyone, especially if you don't really care for career mode? Or even care about the things that they added to it, you know? I like the things they added to career mode. I think the secret meetings needs balancing. There's just too much of that. There needs to be like only 1 or 2 of those per season, I think. But other than that, like, I actually liked the things that they added for the career mode, but I don't know. I think it was better before. I miss having an agent. I miss having the interviews, you know? That's why I'm really looking forward to going back to games like... Well, I don't know if they had the interviews in 2016, but they definitely had them in 2017, I think, and 2018 and 2019. Like, I'm really looking forward to going back to those games because they were so much more immersive. Lockdown definitely helped 2020 sales. Yeah. I think we can give that benefit of the doubt. 2021 had the Verstappen and Hamilton fight. There's a lot of tyre wear, to be fair, in 5 laps for the mediums. I think that's worth keeping an eye on. But yeah, 2020 had the quarantine, 21 had the title fight IRL, 22 had the new regulations. You know, 23 was always going to be cut down in views, in sales, sorry. But it didn't help that 22 was such a bad game that they kind of lost faith. And not a lot of people know how Codemasters operate. I think 23 had a really bad rap when it didn't deserve it, in my opinion. But people think it's the same developers working on it every year, when it's not. You know? 23 was a good fucking game. I will die on that hill. There's a reason I'm still playing it. I have over 450 hours on the last gen version alone. I'm getting close to 50 hours on this, on the next gen version. So I'll be at 500 hours very, very soon overall for this game. It was a good fucking game. But no one knew about it because they just ignored it. Because 22 was so bad. And obviously those people are still ignoring 24 because they're not adding anything of note. And then there's the people that, you know, were so happy with 23 that they felt they didn't need 24. And it doesn't help that in real life, the teams hadn't changed that much, you know. 25 is going to get a bit of a boost, which is good, because I know that'll be a decent game. Fingers crossed they don't let me down. Play FIFA nowadays, oof. That's an even worse situation. But I think in a previous video, I think in my last 24 video on the sports update, when they added the new F2 cars, I basically made the comparison between F1 and Call of Duty. The guys working on 22 and 24 are Infinity Ward. The guys who work on the Modern Warfare games. Those guys are stuck in their ways. They're not going to listen to anybody. And then the guys who work on 21, 23, and next up 25 are like Treyarch. They do listen to the fans, and they try to build up on it. Or you could also say they're like Sledgehammer as well, where they do listen to the fans, and they try to improve the game from there. That's why 23 was so good, because they took all the criticism of 22 on board. They listened to the fans. Hell, I heard the beta handling for 23 was awful. I heard it was really bad. And then at launch, it was actually pretty good. You know, and I think the knowledge of that speaks volumes. So, honestly, after 26, it might just get to the point where people might clock on. I'm going to try and make as many videos as possible that mention how Codemasters work in terms of the development cycle, because people need to maybe just get one game, skip a year, get the next one, skip a year, get the next one. And I think people need to do that with every sports game, to be quite honest with you. But especially with F1. Miss the days of FIFA 12. Bro, I miss the days of FIFA fucking 7. Get on my level. Those games are way better. FIFA 9 as well. Ever since FIFA 10, career mode had just taken a nosedive. It's getting better, but I don't know. I still prefer the old ones.
Time to remind ourselves of our top three.
Wait, how old are you? I am 22. I had to think about that for a second. I've only just turned 22. Alright, so that's FP1 done. Let's get this turbocharger replaced. We'll do it after FP2, actually. That way we can still get the tyre management R&D points and not waste engine wear. This is one of the best things they added, in my opinion. Oh, that's fucking unlucky. Barely a few months older than me. Oof. Oh, that's just unlucky. It wouldn't even give me the last one. Man. I'm not going back for that neither. I'm not wasting engine parts. Turn 22 in November. Nice. It's nice to finally have people my own age on the channel. Like, no hate towards the youngins, but I get a lot of younger people on this channel, like fucking 12 years old up to about 15. But those are the people that are mostly spending all their days watching YouTube. So, like, we need those people on the platform. But I definitely wish I had more people my age, because then you get better discussions like this, like we're having. Right, let's get this the turbocharger replaced. Let me check on the other parts. I'll turn off the camera for a second as I have a look. 57% on the ICE. Is it worth replacing that? I don't know. Oh, I did think about putting in the older one, which would give us an extra like 5%. 6%, I think. Yeah, so maybe, and then use this ICE for the next one, but we're kind of pushing it at that point, like big time. I think we're going to take a huge L at Hungary maybe, so we might have to prepare for that. And I won't be able to put in a new ICE after this point because, you know, it'd be Parc Fermé. So I really got to think about this. I think it would be worth saving this particular part for Hungary, and then swap between them, perhaps. It might be a really, really good idea, to be honest. So you know what, we're going to go for it, and we're going to have a really worn part for the practice sessions for Hungary, but it is what it is. So let's apply that. What about this? I think we could keep the MGUH as it is. The new turbocharger is definitely going in. Control electronics is fine for now. I think when that hits 50%, we'll replace it. But I think I'll do that at Spa. I think that'll be a good idea. So yeah, we're going to put in an old ICE, kind of juggle the wear a little bit. So we might struggle. I think we'll definitely take an L, maybe in the latter stages of the full race. So I think it might be worth going for an undercut just to get like kind of the same strategy from Austria, perhaps. We might go for the same strategy. Depends how we go in qualifying, and we might go for the same strategy in Austria. So if you remember, if I remember earlier on in the episode, our turbocharger was on its last legs, but we'd already taken the win basically at that point. We were 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. We were fine. So I'm hoping the same sort of situation happens here, even if it's not a P1. I'm hoping it's a guaranteed position where when the ICE does start hurting us, which is going to be worse than the turbocharger, not much worse, but still worse, we'll already have a position secured, I think. So that's the hope. That's the fingers crossed. So we'll do that. Yeah, not worth doing anything there in quick practice, so we'll skip that. 5 viewers, what's up, guys? And if it gets to the point that Albon is quicker than me, I'll let him pass. I've always been a good teammate in my career mode, unlike a lot of other career mode YouTubers, to be honest. I've always been a really good teammate. I remember, fighting in Singapore in Season 2 to get Lance Stroll some points for the team in my team, which was one of our best moments. And then Lance Stroll got his own points the race after that, if I remember, on his own merit. And that was when the team started getting better and better. And then Season 3, he was fighting us for the title. Bloody Lance Stroll. It was crazy. Season 3 of my team was goated. Absolutely goated. If there's any season you guys should go... I don't know, though. Because Season 1 and 2 were great as well. The first 3 seasons, and honestly, it's becoming apparent that the first 3 seasons is always the best in a career mode. They were goated. Season 4 wasn't the greatest. Season 5 was pretty good, our final season. I'd say Season 4 was probably the weakest season. We really ran away with the championship in that one. And we kind of did in Season 2 as well, but we fought hard every race for it. Season 2 had some of our best races. That's for sure. Alright. Let's go into qualifying then. Oh, I forgot to see what we could do in terms of R&D. It was that one aerodynamics part, but it's only by 1 day. We'll get it after qualifying. Alright, so setting some good laps, like doing our 1 lap thing, is going to be crucial. To save on engine wear, that's for sure. Alright, let's go. Right, so let's make this a really good lap to get us out of Q1 straight away. Six people watching, what's up, guys? That wasn't the greatest entry, but it's fine. Right, let's see how this goes. Need this to be a good lap to get us straight out of Q1. tyres feel amazing, I won't lie. Lots of grip. Way better than they felt around Austria, that's for sure. That might be down to the setup, who knows? But I've always been better at Silverstone than I have at Austria, so... yeah. Purple sector 2 right there. Really pushing it. Perfect. There we go. That's the lap I wanted. Woo! 126.5. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's the lap I wanted. That's getting us through to Q2. No one's beating that one. Even with track evolution, they might get close. But that's a second quicker than Norris. So, yeah. And we do have a lot of straights, so our powertrain's definitely coming into play as well. But that was an absolutely perfect lap. I don't even think we're going to beat that in Q2 and 3. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. 126.5, remember that. It's technically a 126.6 since it's that close to it, so we'll say 126.6. Yeah, I told you no one was beating that. Absolutely no one. Albon P4. Look at my boy. Oh my god. You know, I was really debating leaving Williams in Season 2 of this career, but the way the car's going now, especially after last episode, it's a complete opposite. We might stay at Williams and see if we can win the Drivers' Championship with them. We'll see. I'm debating like just doing 2 seasons, then doing seasons on 2016, 2017 and 18, and then coming back to 23 just before 25. So we might do a 3rd season where we do join another team. We'll see how we feel at the end of the season. I don't know, because part of me wants to do 3 different teams and 3 different seasons. But, you know, I was thinking Ferrari season 3, but if I do Ferrari in 2017, there's no need for it. So, we'll see, we'll see. But the way the car's going, I might stick around for Season 2, just to see if we could maybe win the Drivers' Championship. And the way Albon's performing with this car right now, if we keep improving the car, we could even go for the Constructors. Who knows? I think that one's a long shot, the Constructors one, but who knows? Who knows? What happened? What happened? Oh no, Albon! What is that AlphaTauri doing? That's a penalty. Surely that's a penalty. Oh my god. I never ever see things like that in qualifying. So Albon's out of Q2. Oh my god. And he was like doing his fast lap as well. Oh, that's awful. What is that AlphaTauri doing? Wow, that's Albon's qualifying ruined. Jesus. Of all people, why's it got to be Albon? Such a shame, man. He was doing so well as well with that P4 and Q1. That's awful. That's absolutely awful. And fucking typical as well. As soon as I get excited about my teammate, that happens. Curse you, AlphaTauri. Oh, we've gone wide there. Awful. It's not a good lap. Still the fastest sector 2, but it's not saying much. Oh, Geordie, that is a really messy lap. Still P1. That really shows track evolution. We only lost 2/10 compared to that Q1 perfect lap. So, yeah, but I definitely don't feel safe with that lap, that's for sure. That's not top 10 material. I don't think it is anyway. Why are we so far ahead, actually? Fuck it, let's see what happens. That just shows how good the setup is, and maybe how good the car is as well, but that's crazy. That's through to Q3, even with a really shit lap. And look at that, Lawrence Stroll out-qualifies Alonso. Our boy Albon didn't even get to set a lap, poor guy. Alright, Bottas and Tsunoda made it to Q2, that's not too bad. It's good for them. But I doubt Stroll would have made it to Q3 if Albon was setting a lap, so whatever. 7 people watching, what's up? Alright, Q3, let's go. We got a bunch of tyres to work with here. That's for sure. Right, let's go. I heard someone talking then. Alright, here we go. Let's make this a really good lap. We're going to do a second one anyway, just to make sure we get pole position, seeing as though we've clearly got the pace for it. So, not a good turn 1. And 27.5 Lewis Hamilton. It's not a very good lap compared to the pace that everybody has set so far. .126.5 Max Verstappen. 126.1 Geordie Polferman. Eat shit, Max. This setup is insane. Crazy, absolutely crazy. We might be able to get a dominant win. To be honest, it's all because of that powertrain, baby. Alright, let's go. Flying lap. Everybody else is already out. I'm going to let everybody pass me. Well, how much time have we got? Probably enough if the AI are still here. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit, we've got to go. Oh, these guys are on and out. Are on the fast lap. Shitty titty. Well, that's not very good, is it? Right, here we go then. Hopefully these guys don't get in my way as we start our last lap of qualifying. We get some slipstream, I think, as well. Also some nice dirty air. Fuck off, Hamilton. Are you serious? Right, I think that was avoidable, so we'll flashback it. But he should be like braking hard and staying completely out of the way of the apex. Like that. Why didn't you do that? This could be a really good lap. It's kind of close right now. Way better exit then. I think we've done it. I think we got pole position in our home race. Crazy. And that's going to be 2 wins in a row for the team since those powertrain upgrades came in. So I take back what I said earlier about not really feeling it. I'm certainly feeling the upgrades now. That's for sure. Tenth up, oh my god. Oh my god. This time is insane!
Okay, good job, mate. Really,
Woo!
really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Let's go! That was complete domination. Top of every single qualifying session, I think that was.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves once again
125.9
of our
is
top three.
crazy.
Verstappen and George Russell.
That's crazy, right? I think we could take a bit more of a collected strategy with that one. I think I'm going to toss off the softs completely. I think we're just going to go mediums to hards or something like that, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what everyone else is going to be doing, but with 13 laps, so maybe it might be worth doing softs. Yeah, maybe softs to mediums, actually. It depends if it even lets us start on the softs, to be fair. Some races are really inconsistent. Like, some races will let you start on the softs. The other ones will force you to do mediums to hards. So, and in that case, I would rather do hards to mediums, because I'll be absolutely rapid in the second stint. So, it's certainly something to think about, that's for sure. But yeah, this is going to be our last race of the stream. So thank you to everybody who's tuned in so far. I don't know when our next episode will be, but I'll be live straight after this. Maybe. Yeah, I will be. Because we need to keep progressing that Epic Mickey Let's Play.
Welcome to not only the home of British motorsport, but also the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, a classic on the calendar, and it's time for the British Grand Prix.
No explanation on the track? Alright,
Let's
whatever.
run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2.
I really need to put a
Looking at the
nickname on
rest
my
of today's
driver, I
grid,
keep forgetting.
we have Russell,
Usually I have the
Leclerc,
rookie, but in this
Sainz,
continuity, this is our
Hamilton,
second season, because we're following up the
Oscar
F1 24 season.
Perez,
So this is
Norris,
2025,
Stroll,
basically.
Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Joe, Ocon, Sonoda, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
Well, it's our home Grand Prix, bro. Yeah, I told you. Look at that. So, yeah, and those softs being used for 3 laps, those are worn softs. So, yeah, some races only allow you to do 1. So, yeah, we'll do hards to mediums. And pit on lap 6. Yeah, we'll do that. Verstappen on the mediums, oh god. Right, why has Verstappen started before me?
So
because I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
Sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes.
Pretty sure I'm supposed to lead the pack on the formation lap. Right, whatever. So Verstappen's going to be a little bit of a problem in the early phases of the race, I think. Other than that, I reckon we'll be fine, and we could be looking at our 2nd win of the season, all in one episode. And that is how important having the best powertrain is on certain tracks on the calendar. Because last episode we were in the tip, like, it was shit.
No rain expected for the
We
time
really struggled in the wet in Spain, and then Canada was a complete deterioration of the car. We were fighting for P4 and we ended up finishing P8, you know, so... And we also got some big aero upgrades as well, to be fair. We just got a lot of major upgrades going into Austria. That is really helping us in these Grand Prix now that we're doing this episode. Next episode is Hungary and Spa, so yeah, keep an eye on your notifications for that. What day is it today? Thursday, so that might be today, because technically this is still Wednesday. We've just gone into Thursday since it's just gone past midnight. So, I think we'll do, we'll definitely do an episode tomorrow, and then more Epic Mickey, although I'm going to do it a bit earlier. We'll see. Depends when I go to sleep tonight, to be honest. I'll need to sleep earlier. Anyway, here we go, coming up to the start line. Perfect.
Parking there, mate.
Let's go.
Make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
All right.
Keep an eye on the lights.
Let's keep ahead of Verstappen here.
Will begin as soon as
it's going to be difficult, I think, especially with this tyre advantage. We have the setup advantage and the power advantage, so let's do this. Verstappen gets the better start. Much better start from him. And he takes P1. It's all right, though. Dive him into this corner. Oh, and there's George Russell. Through goes George Russell in the Mercedes.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere.
No!
Engine.
I was hoping that wasn't going to happen till later on. 57%. I think we'll be fine. But, I mean, it depends how new the ICE is on Verstappen. We're really going to fight him. He's going to have an insane amount of grip. Oof. Not enough grip there. Oh, Verstappen. Jesus. Oh, it's close. Reminds me of our battle with him in Season 1 of my team, that's for sure. God, they're all using their ERS today, aren't they? Oh my god, contact with Russell on the rear. Oh my god, Verstappen! We've had to let Verstappen go there. However, We got him into the next turn. That is beautiful. Woo! Very, very close racing here in F123.
Nice
F124
move,
could
good job.
never. So close. Anything can happen right now. The grid entirely is so close. Look at that. It's a massive train with all this fighting at the front here. A little bit of a gap between one of the McLarens, and that's probably Perez. Let's see if we can calm things down a little bit and take control of the race. I take a deep breath after that, Jesus. Yeah, Verstappen's definitely gonna have a lot more grip through Maggotts and Beckett's, that's for sure. And he's gonna have DRS now as well. So the quest is to just keep holding him back, to be honest, until those mediums start to hurt him a bit. He's going to be really hurt in the second stint.
Fastest lap of the race.
Right, we've got half our ERS to work with for the next few laps. I think it's lap 6 that we pit. So not too long from now, actually. 3 laps of DRS for Verstappen. We're fine here now. So that saves us some ERS. Oh, there's the grip. Oh my god. And we've just about managed to keep it there. Pushed him wide a little bit.
We're approaching
But
the
not
pit window
unfairly.
and you're going to be on mediums.
He's got to be so frustrated, especially with his, you know, title rival Leclerc right behind him.
Green flag.
Four people watching, that's it. Alright, we're doing really well. See what the tyre wear's like, not too bad. 2 more laps of this and then it's pit time. However, Verstappen could choose to pit early if he's going on to hards. And if he does that, we might be in a bit of trouble. That was the fastest lap.
Verstappen has just put up the fastest lap.
I think I just got the fastest lap from them, and then he took it right afterwards. That's crazy, especially since we're starting to kick in now. So it must show how much fighting there is going on throughout the grid. How's our teammate doing?
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.5 seconds. 11th.
Wow,
Last lap time
go
was,
on,
1
Alex.
minute 29.
That's 4 people overtaken. He started in 15th, remember? Yeah, grip's starting to set in for those mediums now. Okay.
Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
George Russell, fastest lap, alright. Verstappen's still not pit. Oh, that's dangerous for him. That means I'm going to stay in front now, regardless. It also means Verstappen's going to be on me the whole time, and towards the end of the race, we're going to be the one who's in trouble. Which is not good at all. Right, here we go. Oh, that's hardly fair. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. How early does it want me to bloody brake? I do hate the pit entries. Again! What do you mean? What is going on with that? That's bullshit. Who would have thought that Silverstone would be the worst pit entry of all time? How early does it want me to brake? Jesus Christ. That is woeful. You really have to brake hard for that. And early. Like, way earlier than it even suggests, which is bullshit. That's just not fair. And that's the only reason I've used the flashback. Because it weren't fair. Right, come on guys, don't fail me.
Okay,
let's
back
go.
into the race. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
Right, we're going to be a lot quicker than Verstappen for these next few laps, so we really need to make the most of it.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Had a quicker pit stop as well, and we used the RS out of it. Let's go. So now it's just a case of Austria again. Just keep them out of DRS. Oh, and Leclerc's fighting him. Of course, they're fighting for the championship right now. And technically we are, we're not that far away. So who knows what will happen, it's only halfway through the season.
Alexander's coming in for his stop now.
Alright, so Leclerc's overtaken Verstappen because he's got better tyres. Although they're going to keep fighting because Verstappen had DRS. These mediums are taking a while to warm up. Whoa, look at Alonso in P5. He's on the softs, so you might have a big advantage for these next couple of laps. Let's check on our vehicle condition.
So the gap to the car behind is
60% on the ICE. Yeah, so we might be in a bit of pain in Hungary, because again I want to save parts, so yeah.
Behind is 7.1 seconds.
I want to know where he is.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel.
Shut up.
5 laps of fuel left.
You're a dickhead. Fuck you. Fuck this race engineer.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 11th. Time last
Come on,
lap was
Albon, you can get points.
53.4.
What tyres is he on? He is pretty close to the pack, to be fair, judging from the mini-map. Hamilton's overtaken Verstappen. That's big for the title, because that means Leclerc gains even more points, and that, I think that will mean Leclerc is the new title leader. New leader on the standings. Who knows? Hamilton's catching up. He's just overtaken Leclerc, so Hamilton's looking very quick. And the fans here would love it if Lewis Hamilton was able to come out with the win. I ain't gonna let that happen though. They'll also love it if I win, because I'm British, but whatever. Just saving the RS for that inevitable battle with Hamilton, and probably with other drivers too. How's the tyres looking? Getting close to 20% now, so we might be in a bit of trouble later on in the GP. That was not a good last couple of turns for us. I think Hamilton pit after us as well, so he might have a bit more grip.
Right, we've got
Otherwise, I've got no idea where that pace came from. I mean, he's pulling away big time from Leclerc and that, so he definitely pit afterwards. That's a great strategy from Mercedes, if so. Verstappen's still fighting with Leclerc. Verstappen won't care too much about Hamilton. Hamilton is nowhere near the title fight. So he'll be focused on just, you know, staying in front of Leclerc so he can retain his spot in the standings. He'll worry about me later. But we're starting to struggle on these mediums now. That's for sure. Right, Hamilton's caught up to us, so it's going to be a 2-lap fight for the win. And I think Hamilton's on fresher tyres, so he might be in a bit of trouble. He's also got a fresher engine, most likely. Oh, definitely, actually, with the amount of engine failures they've had this season. Yeah, good thing we've saved a bunch of ERS then. I think we'll be safe for this lap, but next lap might be a different story. So, oh my god, he made huge gains through Magnets and Beckett's there. Oh no! Here we go. Here's the fight for the win. And it's a dream fight for the win for the crowd here at Silverstone. Two Brits fighting for the podium. Fighting for the top step of the podium, should I say. Let's see if we can keep Hamilton behind. We've led every lap of this race.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Two Ferraris are battling with Verstappen. I think Verstappen might have P3 in the bag, you know. Oh my god, here comes Lewis. What is he doing into Cops? What was he doing? He's just ruined his race. I mean, he has another chance, but imagine how close he would have been if he just stayed behind me for Maggots and Beckett's. And then got DRS into this last one. I mean, we almost lost grip there, so this is going to be a close one. Using all the battery that we can muster. But I think we've done it. Oh my god. Yeah, imagine how close that would have been had Hamilton not tried that into Cops there. But there you go. 2 wins on the trot. But this one is so important. At Silverstone, at home. We did it. Let's go.
Oh, superb driving.
That was close though. I wonder when Hamilton pit. To be honest, I really want to know when he pit. Driver of the day because he made the most overtakes.
Here we are then, a fantastic British
Let's
Grand
go.
Prix.
2 wins on the trot. After last episode, that is weird to say the least. I've not changed the difficulty at all. It's all down to the amazing upgrades that we've received. With the powertrain, the aero, and the chassis. But mainly the aero and the powertrain.
To maximise the strategy and to stay out of trouble.
Let's go. The title fight is on, I
A
think.
show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now.
And who
It's
got
been an
P3? Who
interesting
managed
Grand
it?
Prix, that's for sure.
Verstappen did it. I did think he would, seeing as he was behind Leclerc on that last lap and he would have gotten DRS. So that is big for Verstappen. He'll continue to lead the championship, but now he'll have to have his eyes on the rearview mirror for an extra person in this title hunt. And that is your boy for Williams.
So let's review the updated driver standings.
Oh,
Max Verstappen
Albon
should be
just
pleased with
wasn't
his
able to get it.
performance, making gains at the top of the table. Well, after an incredible
Yeah,
day
we're
of
getting
racing,
really
who
close
was your
now.
driver of
Just
the
a
day,
few
Ant?
points behind
Let's move on to
Sainz.
the constructors. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table.
You know what? We might
It's been an
be able to beat
absolutely
Mercedes if
wild
Hamilton would
weekend
piss
of
off.
Formula 1 action. I
Because
can't
Russell's
wait
not
to
doing
see
too
what's
well.
next.
And usually Hamilton isn't. I want to know when that guy pit. So we pit lap 6. Hamilton pit lap 6. Or lap 7, basically. Yeah, lap 7. Oh no, he pitted the end of lap 6. So where's that pace come from then? That's crazy. He had so much more pace than everybody else. So much more pace. That is insane. He pit the same lap as I did, as everybody else did. I guess it's because most people went on to the hards. Sainz went a lap later. Leclerc went on to the mediums as well. Yeah, so I would have thought Leclerc would have had similar pace. But no. But not. He didn't. Hamilton just had insane pace towards the end there with those mediums. And 128.4 was his quickest on the mediums. Mine was a... Wow. Yeah, he was really quick. Like, by about 7/10. He was 7/10 quicker than me. I don't know what that was. That must have been some AI tomfoolery. The same way they did to Hamilton in Portimao, my team season 2. Who knows? But we came out on top at the end of the day. That is what matters. But yeah, let's watch the highlights. That was great though. That was fantastic. Yeah, Verstappen got us into turn 1, to be fair to him. But that was mainly because of the tyres. But we got him in here. Big dive bomb. Pushed him out so much that Russell was going for it as well. I mean, look at the amount of grip that Verstappen had in that, first lap. It was a very, very chaotic first lap, that was. Look at side by side. That's just beautiful racing, that. There's the contact, a little bit of contact we had with Russell. He was fine though. And that was the hit with Verstappen. Poor view for it though. I like those slow motion shots. They need to fix the highlights in my opinion. And that was the switchback. I would have loved to have seen that on the trackside cams. Here was lap 3. Verstappen looking to go around the outside. Side by side once again. Just great battles with Verstappen. As usual. We always have a great fight with this guy. And another slow-mo shot. Lap 13. And that was it. That's how broken the highlights were. Like, where's that move into cops that Hamilton tried to do? Oh no, that's the last lap. Never mind. Yeah, where's that move into cops that Hamilton tried to do? Let's have a look at this shit. I don't know what he was trying, but he could have had the win, or at least would have had a much better shot at it. What an idiot. Risked it all. What is it with Hamilton and cops? They just don't go well together. He almost tried to kill Verstappen in 21, like, crazy. And luckily, like, yeah, we're a lot better on ERS management. And we had enough to get us over the last DRS straight. And there you go. That was it. That was all she wrote. For us to take our second win of the season. And our first win at Silverstone, I think that was. I don't think we won at Silverstone in F124. That was great. That was fantastic, and we are proper into the title fight now. Like, we're not far off, to be honest. And if results continue like this, we're going to be in for a proper shout. At that, you may as well just give me level 10 there at the title, like a proper shout for that.
The contract renewal window has opened. We can try and renegotiate for a better deal with our current team, or approach someone else.
See, I've never seen this in the driver career. I've never gone this far through the driver career on F123. There's the Silverstone career trophy. Awesome. So, I was messing around with different ideas. You know, maybe joining another team halfway through the season, but that was on the basis if performance was continuing like last episode was. Can I show you guys the difficulty? Yes, I can. I haven't changed it. It's still 95. I didn't put it down because our performance wasn't the greatest last episode, but I was genuinely thinking we might leave the team halfway through the season if, you know, performance didn't pick up. But quite frankly, the team that I was thinking of joining is just, they're in the dumps. Their performance is not improved. It was going to be Aston Martin. But Alonso, like, it's P8, P9 territory, and the Williams isn't much better per se, but Albon got a P5, you know? So I'd say the Williams is kind of better than the Aston. It is, if we're talking just powertrain. So, you know, there's no point in me changing teams, especially with 2 wins on the trot. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. So we're going to renegotiate with Williams. And there's nothing really...
Salary demands to the team. Any extra over your base salary will go into your perk fund. The more you demand, the lower the chances of our success.
Well, I don't care.
Don't go demanding anything unrealistic for your acclaim level.
I don't care.
If you do, the team might refuse to negotiate.
This is Emma, bro. What happened to this agent? I miss her. We'll see her in, you know, F1 2016 and 17 and 18 when we play those, so I'm looking forward to that. But there you go. We're going to stick with Williams for this season. We'll see what happens going into the next season, whether or not we stick with them. We'll see, because obviously we've got new regulations, so yeah. So we'll want to be going for the championship. Look at that, we're pretty close there. We just got to hope Verstappen starts to fall off a little bit, and then we're right in there. We'll be right in there. And even if he doesn't start to fall off a little bit, I think eventually we'll catch him up in points. Who knows? We will see. But guys, that is the end of this episode of F123 Driver Career Mode. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested, I'll be streaming Epic Mickey in about half an hour or so for episode 2 of that new game that just came out. So, yeah. For the next F1 episode, that will be tomorrow for most of you. Or later on, I suppose, if you're British as well. So, yeah. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Peace.